At WrestleMania 41, the fans witnessed an appearance by Steve Austin. The glass shattered. It was a moment. He came out there for an announcement. There's one thing missing from this moment, an official match. While Austin's presence was undeniable and his ATV incident was, well, newsworthy, the lack of in-ring competition left a lot of fans wondering, why didn't Stone Cold wrestle? Was it ever planned? Did something prevent it? Today we're going to be deep diving into the real reason why Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't step between the ropes for a match at WrestleMania 41. Keep in mind that Steve Austin, after 19 years, came out of retirement in 2022 to take on Kevin Owens. It was a memorable moment. Ironically, when news started breaking that Austin was having talks with WWE to come back, it was actually overshadowed at the time because Cody Rhodes had left AEW and was expected to return to WWE. Steve Austin, who had not wrestled since WrestleMania 19, putting over The Rock in his retirement match, coming back and working a match with Kevin Owens, massive. It was massive for the fan base, and it was massive for Steve Austin. Now, Steve Austin has publicly talked about how he was a little hesitant on what was going to go down. Kevin Owens has talked about how Steve Austin was hesitant as to what was planned, what was going to happen, because 19 years had gone by. Austin, almost 60 at the time. He is 60 now. There was a lot of, pressure, right? If you go back to that WrestleMania 19 match with The Rock, he has publicly talked about how he was hospitalized the night before. He exited the hospital because he was so much adrenaline, so much worry, so much stress that it hospitalized him. He thought he was having a heart attack, right? And I think in Austin's mind, he did not want to go out there and promise something which we will talk about here in a moment. Regardless, Austin, Kevin Owens, they had a KO segment. It turned into a brawl. They brawled up and down the rampway around ringside, inside the ring. Austin kept taking drinks. He was a little winded, but he got the job done, got that 1, that 2, and that 3, and walked out of Dallas, Texas as your winner. Now, this is where things pick up. Now, on the Pat McAfee show, Austin had publicly talked about this before, but he went and deep dived it during a recent appearance on the Ariel Helwani show. He detailed his physical condition during WWE's biggest event of the year. He revealed he underwent surgery just months prior. He said, "Oh man, I was just happy to be there. I had a knee replacement, give or take about 4 months before then. And for a knee replacement to heal 100%, you're looking at about a year." So that was on December 4th. So whatever the timeline is, give or take, around 4 months. Despite feeling good, Austin acknowledged he had some significant limitations at the time, noting that he wasn't squatting normally and hadn't even attempted to run yet. He said, "I would imagine I'm about 30 or 35, not 100%, about 30 to 35% capacity in terms of his full physical capabilities." Now, this recovery status directly impacted his ability to do more at WrestleMania 41, where his primary role was announcing the event's attendance. And he said, "So, I did what I could, and just to be involved in the show, go out there and announce the attendance of WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2 combined, and that's what I did, and that's all I could about to do." He also mentioned that there was early discussions with WWE about a potential involvement, and that was tentative on his upcoming surgery. He said, "Early in the year, we had not really discussions, just like a brief, if you want to be there, maybe we can figure you in. I said, hey man, I'm getting my knee replaced. We'll see what happens. When that time comes." Time came, and I couldn't do much. So, now you know. Now you know why Stone Cold Steve Austin was not in action. Now keep in mind that Austin's situation with WWE, Austin's situation with wrestling in general is quite interesting, right? Because you have to look at it like this. Steve Austin comes out of retirement 2022. The following year, WWE is out in LA for WrestleMania 39 at SoFi Stadium. They wanted Austin to be part of the show. They had talked with Austin, "Hey, do you want to do another match? If so, who do you want to work with?" He has confirmed this. He's talked about this publicly. But he was filming an A&E television show. He could not break free of that to go and properly train for a match or even appear on the show. Now, ultimately, that show, it got canceled, unfortunately. But we didn't get Austin at WrestleMania 39. What about WrestleMania 40, you say? Philadelphia? Well, he did not want to appear at that show. Didn't want to wrestle at that show. Didn't want to appear at that show. Originally, WWE had planned for him to get involved in the Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes match for the Undisputed WWE Championship Night 2, right? That's the match that saw The Undertaker and The Rock and John Cena and the Bloodline, all those types of folks. Well, Steve Austin didn't want to go and travel out to the show. So what they did was they had The Undertaker, who I believe had hip surgery, could have been knee surgery. Regardless, had him come out there, do a run-in, choke slam, I believe it's John Cena, and move it along. Well, that spot was originally meant for Steve Austin, okay? So I think going forward, and I've talked about this before, but like, I just don't see Austin wrestling again. He's 60. He just got a new knee. He doesn't like to travel that much. And if you look at it on paper, you go, okay, Austin going out with The Rock, that was his true retirement match. Him coming back and working another match, Kevin Owens was really the only guy that made sense outside of CM Punk, 10 years before then, in like 2020 or 2011 or, 2012 or 2013. We didn't get the Punk match. And the reason we got Owens is because of a few different things. Number one, Austin adores Kevin Owens. Heck, he gave him his finisher. He gave him his blessing to take his finisher. It's also in Dallas, Texas. It's in Austin's home state. Why wouldn't you want to work that show, right? So just keep in mind on that. But I don't see Austin working another match. I think his WWE appearances are going to be more far and few between going forward. I think he's going to be more selective. He is really passionate about racing right now, and he gets a race in his home state. So he's out in Nevada. So he's just doing that, right? He had his day in the sun. He understands it. He loves the wrestling business, but he's not one of these where he's still hanging on. He's just not. He sacrificed a lot for his pro wrestling career. And I think he just feels like, well, I've done everything. I've did everything. I don't need to be lingering around, right? If they want me to make an appearance, make an announcement, do whatever, I'll do it. But other than that, I'm going to go and do my own thing. And he also has a new passion. So there's a lot to Steve Austin in that regard. Hey, you thought we were done here. No. One quick thing. If you would, let me know your thoughts on this video. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did I get wrong? What did I get right? I'd love to hear your voice down below. Thanks for watching, y'all.